Low. He knows if he hits it across in that position in the 6-yard box with a bit of power, it's going to cause the defenders all sorts of problems, and that's exactly what happens. To the pleasure of Real. Sees his side, Real Madrid go 1-0 ahead. The first leg away from home. Always difficult for a defender there, isn't it? To try and get there, to try and stop the cross. Get something on it. Gerard Piqué flies into the back of his own net.
Well, it causes pain to every Barcelona supporter watching, but nothing compared to the pain of Gerard Piqué, who has the club crest tattooed to his heart. Delafeu. Darting run from Jordi Alba. Delafeu can't find him. Iniesta. Bit of an ask for Alex Vidal. Messi. Hasn't been a good few weeks, has it, for Gerard Piqué, with that mistimed tweet about Neymar not leaving the club. Now his mistimed interception. Iniesta to Messi. Delafeu. Poor old Gerard Delafeu has an impossible position to fill. Those are the words of Zinedine Zidane, who said that Neymar was irreplaceable. Away goes Benzema. Bale points to where he'd like it. He's ahead of the action. It comes off Piqué again. Heart-in-mouth moment for Gerard Piqué.
Yeah, an attack there again. You feel Real Madrid possibly could have done better. Obviously, Isco with a provider of the pass to Marcelo. Good first touch. Gets out of his feet, drives it across goal. And deflection off of Gerard Piqué. Messi. You saw the earlier challenge, and he gets away from him. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty from Messi.
Piqué. Normally the Rock looking a little porous at the moment. Brilliant from Suarez. And Delafeu keep up with him on this left-hand side. Suarez to Messi. May have been a foul. The referee tries to give the advantage to Barcelona. Backfires on Senor Bengochea. Marcelo. Not convinced that Marcelo was offside. Isco got out of the way then. Not a good moment for the referee. There's Rakitic. Now Messi. Caresses the ball to Rakitic. Flying down the right-hand side is Vidal. Carvajal steps over it. Chance for Delafeu. Oh, and it was 1 footstep away from Lionel Messi.
A good reaction from Barcelona to going a goal behind. Stop the pace in terms of tempo in attack. Vidal with the first cross. Initially to try and find Messi. Delafeu again.
Well, that's the moment he dreamed about all of his life, Gerard Delafeu, the Barcelona supporter who's made the first team in his first Clásico, a chance to score.
He's looking to pass it across the box, isn't it? Across the 6-yard box to Lionel Messi. Any attempt on goal with the power, with the curl, the right-footed player coming in from the left. It'd be more dangerous. It looks like he tries to pick out Lionel Messi, who couldn't get the touch.
Kovacic. Ramos.
We haven't seen Delafeu take on Dani Carvajal in particular, and he's had numerous opportunities to do exactly that. He looks nervous and apprehensive. It's a massive chance for him, massive opportunity. That's what he's good at. He's got that pace. He can drive and get at defenders, get the other side of the fullback. He's been reluctant to do that tonight.
Marcelo. So much space. Benzema. Draws Piqué, puts it across. Carvajal! How did that not go in? A remarkable clearance. As Barcelona was so stretched. All the people leading the charge, it was Dani Carvajal. Barcelona looking shaky. You can sense the discontent around their home ground. DeLafeu. Toni Kroos. PK. Now Rakitic. Vidal on the outside. Rakitic tries to find Suarez. The referee judges a free kick for Barca.
So open the game though, isn't it? Real Madrid looking to try and finish the tie-off, going all out to try and get the second goal. They're going to get more opportunities. This was a really good opportunity. Does Benzema waste the opportunity though by, again, not getting his head up and picking out a teammate? Eventually he finds the route to Carvajal.
It was quite a remarkable clearance from Jordi Alba, who's left the two players to babysit.
It's a brilliant clearance because he's trying to occupy the centre of the goal. And once he goes past him, he reacts, turns, gets across. And it's a fantastic block to deny Carvajal. A little cutback from Isco was the best opportunity for Real Madrid, though.
Is it Messi time? No, it's not. The wall is well built. Expensively built, but well built. Now Isco. Well, he is loving every minute of this Clásico, Isco.
And in fairness to the Barcelona supporters, as they're enjoying his performance, there's been 2 or 3 pieces of action which has had the crowd off their feet for a Real Madrid player.
I think he's still got his pet dog, Isco. And the name of the dog is Messi. He named it before he left Malaga. There's a touch of the Messi's about him tonight. Oh, look at that circus football from Marcelo. The referee not buying the foul. This is Busquets. PK. DeLafeu. Referee trying to let things flow, but he felt that Carvajal had been holding down Gerard DeLafeu. I don't need to say anything, do I? You can hear who's coming on. And Barcelona making their change as well. It's Karim Benzema. He's frequently taken out of the firing line. He's going to rest his legs, and Ronaldo will go into the centre forwards position. A warm welcome for Cristiano Ronaldo. Or is that fiery?
That's music to his ears. Yep.
Barcelona do have one vacant position in the starting 11. Last year they experimented with a number of players. DeLafeu was replaced by Denis Suarez. A former Manchester City man replacing a former Everton man.
Yep, and unfortunately for DeLafeu, didn't really make an impact in the game. I was to say he didn't grab his opportunity.
Whisked away. Suarez! A necessary touch from Keylor Navas.
It's unrealistic, isn't it, to expect DeLafeu to be the replacement for Neymar. Suarez doing his best there to get the equaliser. It's Denis Suarez with the latest player to get a chance.
Iniesta. Denis Suarez. Casemiro.
The delivery to the far post. Carvajal complaining that he's pushed by Luis Suarez. I just think it's a aggressive play by the Barcelona striker.
Gareth Bale. Flies it in. Oh, it was Isco who came through the centre. Casemiro to Kovacic. Niggling little foul from Andres Iniesta. Varane. Carvajal. Marcelo on that far side, screaming that he wants the ball. Great ball. Ronaldo was quicker out of the blocks than beleaguered-looking Piqué. Here's Carvajal. And it's the rear of Cristiano Ronaldo who gets in the way of things.
He's been given a little bit longer than the 20 minutes he had against Manchester United. That was the plan from Zidane. 30 minutes tonight for Ronaldo. He's always in an offside position there. And again, looking to get behind the defence immediately. Benzema coming off, Ronaldo going up front. The Gareth Bale's been asked to play slightly wider. Let's drop into the right side of midfield position. This go on the left. A little sign that Real Madrid looking to tighten things up, just with the one-goal lead away from home.
Toni Kroos. Ronaldo. Fear in the hearts of Barcelona. Emergency action taken by Gerard Piqué. Well, he finished last season explosively, Cristiano Ronaldo, with 16 goals in his last 10 matches. The star of the Champions League final. Turns at 33 next winter. His powers are not exactly waning as he reinvents himself. Piqué. Denis Suarez. Now Vidal. Weaves inside, and Suarez was offside, despite the complaints from the home supporters. It was a teasingly late flag by the assistant on the far side.
I think his left leg just strays into that offside position, doesn't it?
That's the downside of wearing luminous yellow boots, isn't it?
Close one, very close. Fantastic movement from Luis Suarez.
Apparently Neymar scored tonight for Paris Saint-Germain. He's history. And this is Denis Suarez. Messi. Now Iniesta. Messi. Rakitic. Inside Marcelo, good run by Vidal. The recovery from Marcelo.
That's really good recovery. Helps him, he was quick as Marcelo as well. And Suarez with the attempt at goal. Tipped over by Keylor Navas. Ball in behind the fullback. That was a problem for opponents against Barcelona. But Marcelo did really well to block the attempted cross.
Vidal's header. Real Madrid's task is to keep Barcelona quiet. This is Suarez. Oh, Varane almost replicated the own goal at the other end of the field.
I thought it was in.
I was about to say at the end of that sentence, 22 Clásico since Real Madrid kept a clean sheet against Barcelona. Casemiro. Lionel Messi wins a header. Rakitic. Good defending by Gareth Bale, and the referee assists Barcelona. Vidal stolen. Pocket picked by Marcelo. Now Cristiano Ronaldo. Stopped by Iniesta. Ronaldo digs in. Denis Suarez. Andres Iniesta. Busquets. Ramos. There are a lot of nervous defenders out there, just throwing their body on the line, hoping for the best.
I think you described it correctly, Rob. Just pinched there by Marcelo. No foul on Vidal.
Good tackle by Umtiti. Andres Iniesta slows the game down to the pace he likes. Rakitic. Now Messi. Kovacic stands off him. Messi goes round Casemiro. Now Denis Suarez. Blocked by Carvajal.
They're coming together in the penalty area between Ramos and Luis Suarez. Off the ball. It was a swipe, it was a kick off the ball. Both have gone away with it, it appears.
That out. Here's Vidal. It's a weak shot from Alex Vidal. He's been given a chance to establish himself under the new management tonight. It's like a little tweak for
He doesn't know where to hold.
No, it doesn't.
I think it's cramped. Crashes into the challenge, he's holding his thigh, he's holding his calf, he's stretching out as if he's got a touch of cramp. Sergio Roberto play. Will it be right back? Will it be in midfield?
Well, you would imagine that he would come on for Alex Vidal on the right side of defence. He's such a versatile player, but
that makes sense, I think, doesn't it? Well, number 8, 20 is that for Asensio.
They put a number 8. Tony Kroos came across, but he's the messenger, I think, to Kovacic, and it's going to be Asensio who comes on. Amidst the confusion down on the shop floor. And it is Andres Iniesta who is going to be given a break. Need to use him sparingly. And Sergio Roberto has an opportunity to stake a claim for a midfield position. Well, Asensio was the breakthrough player of last season for Real Madrid. Kept his place at the end of the season, and Gareth Bale had to be content with playing as a sub in the Champions League final. There's Suarez, stopped by Carvajal.
He has the courage at the moment, doesn't he, Denis Suarez, to take on Carvajal. I just don't know if he was reluctant to.
Great ball. On the end of it, Messi. Smart save from Keylor Navas. Suarez goes low. Ramos won't give up the chase. It's a grappling match between those two. A world-class striker against one of the world's great defenders.
He does this so well, doesn't he, Suarez? Doesn't give things up. Uses his power. Barges his way through at times.
So many corners for Barcelona. Can they make one count? Swerved in by Messi. All bases covered for the Real Madrid defence. It's an interesting point you made at half-time when you looked at the Real Madrid bench. They have lost a lot of experience with James and Pepe moving on in the summer. Has cleared some pegs in the changing room. But they do have a lot of youngsters coming through, like Ceballos and Theo Hernandez, Asensio. Replacing proven talent with promising talent. It's a reversal of a few years ago as well, isn't it? Where Barcelona are going to have to invest to appease the supporters. Gareth Bale's cross. He knew exactly what picture he wanted to see on the front pages of the sports dailies tomorrow, Cristiano Ronaldo.
It would have been typical, wouldn't it? The overhead scissors kick.
You didn't want to tap him.
The bicycle kick from Ronaldo. Just gets the contact run, just comes off his shin. Doesn't hit the target. Rakitic. Never coming together.
Toni Kroos, Carvajal. And TT. There's Asensio. Isco. Ronaldo, brilliant ball. Marcelo joins in the party. Ter Stegen standing strong. Becoming far more entertaining as the superstar's legs are tiring. Here's Cristiano Ronaldo's offside. Hold the celebrations, Cristiano.
Not a massive protest, but he's just inquiring as to whether he... Again, so close, isn't it? Where's the steal? Where is the ball? When is it played forward? Standing in an offside position, and TT drops deeper. That is so close. Wouldn't be much good as a video assistant referee there, would I?
You get a few stabs.
Can't commit on that one.
Well, you, like the assistant down on the touchline below, had to make an instant judgment without the aid of the rocking and rolling replays. This is Suarez. Denis Suarez, and you can see his namesake Louis is not too happy with that finish. Marcelo. Bale goes early. The legs of Gareth Bale are looking particularly heavy, aren't they? You have to bear in mind he didn't start any of the last 9 games of last season. Remember when he played in the Clásico in April, he lasted only 39 minutes on his comeback. He's the consummate professional, but he can put the miles in the valleys and around the capital and on the treadmill. It's a little bit different when you're down there on the lush surface of the Camp Nou, and of course the Bernabeu on Wednesday. Messi, almost knocks the head off Varane. Denis Suarez stands his ground. He's got a chance. Oh, Busquets. The goal was open, and he's wishing that the ground would open up. Keeper had slipped. Nobody there to stop him, and he squanders the opportunity to equalise.
It's the defensive midfield player, isn't it? Getting forward, trying to get the equaliser for Barcelona. There's no excuse, he has the talent, he should be scoring.
Well, there's another angle for you, Terry. That's
offside.
There we go. We found one eventually which justified it, yeah.
I know he doesn't score many goals from that range, though. A player of his quality, Barcelona should be on level terms.
Vidal. Here's the goal in the night air in Catalonia. Teased up. PK can only help it on. Retrieved by Luis Suarez. Alba's the stay-at-home defender. Vidal. Easy for Marcelo. There's a slight handball there by Rakitic, not seen by the referee. Messi, brilliant save, brilliant second save from Keylor Navas. Oh, that would have been a controversial moment. This is Luis Suarez looking for Lionel Messi. Messi tries to go through the legs. Luis Suarez is there, and The referee has a big decision to make as there's a collision between Keylor Navas and Suarez. And the delegation of Real Madrid is falling on the deaf ears of Senor Bengochea. In years to come, they'll look to a man in the stand to make this decision. The referee has to go with his instincts and what his assistant, who's blinded on the far side, tells him. Did Suarez ride that? Was he anticipating it?
Well, Suarez gets the first touch. He's anticipating the contact. He's on his way down. I think there is contact from Keylor Navas. Navas throws himself full length. Suarez gets the first touch. He does catch his ankle. It's one of those where experienced strikers, gamesmanship, they leave their leg dangling. They hope there's contact from the goalkeeper. Suarez knows he's not going to get the attempt on goal. He's been driven away from the goal. It's going to go off for a goal kick. And they just hope the goalkeeper lunges in, makes some sort of contact. And then the referee has a decision to make. It's gone in Barcelona's favour.
Terry Gibson, paid-up member of the Strikers Union. The goalkeeper's out there will be saying that he made the most of it.
Oh, he definitely made the most of it. He leaves his leg at the angle where if Navas is going to touch it, it's going to bring him down.
Lionel Messi in the Clásico extends his record of scoring in this magical fixture. Messi on the spot. 1-1. And Messi off the mark for the season.
Well, he makes no mistake, does he? It hasn't always been the case with Messi from the penalty spot. He seems to be improving. Much more reliable than he was 2 or 3 seasons ago. Calmly struck that into the bottom corner.
Titi leaves the ball. There's a good shout there from Ter Stegen. There's a bit of a fallout. Titi's giving Marcel a little jab in the ribs there. All discipline has gone out of the game. Adds to the entertainment. Here goes Lionel Messi. Real Madrid trying to chase Messi. Teases the ball through. Suarez! Oh. And Denis Suarez was one stride away from putting Barcelona ahead.
Well, it's exciting stuff now, isn't it? Messi, absolutely wonderful. Runs from the halfway line. Makes the taking on defenders look so easy. Suarez was offside when Messi plays that wide. The assistant referee's flag does go up. It wouldn't have counted. This is where Ramos just throws Suarez around. Not so sure there's any injury. Well, I'm pretty sure there's no injury to Luis Suarez. I wasn't sure the referee had given the penalty. It was one of those yellow card had came out. I wasn't sure it was going to be for a dive for Suarez or a penalty.
Ronaldo, easy for Ter Stegen. If you rewind the game back far enough, of course, there was the handball a little bit further back in the run-up to the incident. And of course, we didn't have a chance to show you the 2 tremendous saves as well from Keylor Navas. Lionel Messi seems to be finding energy. He finds Suarez. Little step over. Rakitic joins in. Brilliant tackle from Dani Carvajal. Here's Isco. Has Cristiano Ronaldo still got the legs? Yes, look at him fly. Moves inside Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo! He's in good shape.
That's typical, absolutely brilliant. Turning defence into attack, Real Madrid, in the blink of an eye. And you wondered whether Ronaldo still had the pace to get away from Gerard Piqué. He did. And he's just waiting. You know exactly what he's going to do. Takes the touch. Here we see Barcelona in the attack. Rakitic misses the chance to take on the shot. And immediately Real Madrid break. Ronaldo into Isco, return pass. And from here, It's a clear sight on goal for Ronaldo as it cuts inside on his right foot. The power, the accuracy, right into the top corner to Stegen at full length. What did you say, 3 days, 4 days training? He certainly doesn't need any work on his finishing. 30 minutes he was given tonight by Zidane, 10 minutes longer than against Manchester United, and it hasn't taken him long to get on the sheet.
He's still getting in shape for the season. He's only had 3 practice sessions. I think he's been following the scientists and the fitness gurus' recommendations. Puts us all to... He should be booked for that. Exposing himself, shouldn't he? Taking the shirt off. Gareth Bale, tired, comes off. Given 10 minutes break. Vasquez, the ever-willing substitute, comes on. He played 50 games last year. Lucas Vasquez, 30 of them as a replacement. But Bale will be kept fresh for Wednesday night. Not a lot of recovery time. Has the drama finished at the Camp Nou? I think not. A lot of hype about transfers in the summer. This is a game that needs no hype. It's Cristiano Ronaldo. He goes nose to turf. He's got a penalty. Oh no! He thought he had a penalty. Behind you, Cristiano. He was booked for taking his shirt off, and now he's being booked in the eyes of the referee for taking a dive.
And then we do see a quite significant push by Ronaldo on the referee. It's been action-packed, hasn't it? He came on with 60 minutes gone. A bit of everything from Ronaldo.
Well, 2 yellow cards and a goal. He thought he'd won the penalty. He turned around and Titi certainly made a contact with him. Ronaldo's legs gave way. He may argue in his defence that his momentum took him over.
Well, he will argue in his defence. I think there's sufficient contact there from Umtiti, who doesn't make any contact with the ball. Ronaldo is goal side of the Barcelona defender. There's a push on the back, and you see the push from Ronaldo on the referee. Might be a further issue as well.
Was it 3 minutes between his sensational goal, getting booked for taking his shirt off? And we were joking about that. And then the referee, I think he had his card in his pocket before Cristiano Ronaldo did make contact with him. What a cameo appearance that has been by Cristiano Ronaldo.
The replay there, and you break it down, I think the initial contact from Umtiti is outside the box.
Well, this is a game that divides supporters. 2 players who divide supporters as well. Messi and Ronaldo both on the score sheet. Ronaldo dismissed. 10-man Real Madrid.
Whichever way you look at that, Rob, I don't think it's a dive from Ronaldo. I think he's knocked off balance by Umtiti. Certainly don't think it was a clear attempt to dive and con the referee.
Vasquez. Nice 1-2. Here's Isco. Busquets. Isco just slows things down. Carvajal and Busquets, who are Spain international teammates, of course. I guess they're not roommates when they travel together. They certainly won't be in the future. Referee hasn't blown the whistle. Play continues amid the schoolboy squabbling. Denis Suarez to Lionel Messi. Bypasses 2 in midfield. That camera above the ground tries to keep up with Messi. So do the defenders. Suarez puts it back in there. Suarez. Oh, 1-2 with Messi. What a game of football this is. El Clásico, quality.
They had a pulse in the first half, but in the second half it's really kicked on. It's going to be controversial. We've had a bit of everything, haven't we? Not sure how Caceres is annoyed, who he's irritated with. At the moment, the players don't need many reasons or excuses, do they? Suarez and Messi trying to combine to Now Suarez to take on the right-footed finish. Busquets with the challenge and Carvajal. Both players annoyed after that situation. Welcome to the Clásico, Ernesto Valverde.
The coolest head in the house. It's all new to him. Valverde. He's the man who led Athletic Bilbao to the Super Cup against Barcelona 2 years ago. Athletic Bilbao's first trophy in 31 years. That's when Luis Enrique experimented with his team in the first leg up in Basque country. No experimentation from either coach tonight. Trying to pick what's strongest for them. It's Alba is offside. This is a hastily arranged disciplinary panel between now and Wednesday. I guess Cristiano Ronaldo is going to miss the second leg.
I'm not sure what the consequences are. We know that Luka Modric isn't available tonight after a suspension picked up for 3 yellow cards
3 years ago,
2014. I did read somewhere that any sendings off and cautions in this game go towards the league games as opposed to future Super Cup matches. Whether the
I think Real Madrid might be disputing that.
And they're going to have a look at the push as well from Ronaldo on the official as well, after he showed Ronaldo that the second yellow. It's a penalty, a free kick just outside the box. It's debatable. I certainly don't think it was a dive from Ronaldo.
And Suarez? I'll give you a moment to think about it. Sorry to put you on the spot like that.
No, I always look at the goalkeeper. Why commit yourself? Why throw yourself full length in? Defenders try not to do that in that situation. Once you go to ground, there has to be an element of thought from the goalkeeper that he gets out, he blocks the shot, he doesn't throw himself into Luis Suarez in that situation and give Suarez the chance to leave his leg out, dangling to the right.
It's the final 3 minutes of the first leg of the Supercopa. Sergio Roberto across the face of goal. Toni Kroos. Now Marcelo. Remember, it was Ramos who was sent off when these sides met back in April. So it's Cristiano Ronaldo. We've had 18 red cards in the last 29 matches between the two teams. Of the 18, 13 have been to Real Madrid.
20 minutes, he had a spectacular attempt from an overhead kick. Scored an unbelievable goal. Looks full of running, looks sharp. We barely mentioned, have we, that the first yellow card. I mean, I think we all know that Ronaldo has a half-decent body. Taking the shirt off, invited the first yellow card offence.
The players are in no doubt about it, are they? They've exposed themselves, to want of a better expression.
On average, he gets 50 goals a season. He would pick up loads of suspensions if he does that on every goal that he scores. So he knows better than that. He just couldn't resist the temptation. Scoring a goal against Barcelona in the Nou Camp. What a wonderful strike it was. It well proved to be the winner in the first leg.
There's Sergio Roberto. Suarez. Jordi Alba. Roberto. Vidal. Busquets. Alba. Umtiti. Messi steps over. Suarez tries to go through Carvajal. Dogged defending by Vasquez. Vasquez has support from Asensio. Maybe not quite the dynamic run of Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, but he gets the finish of Ronaldo! Well, last season, a star was born in Asensio, and this young man is something special. A Clásico goal for Marco Asensio. Only 21 years of age. Take a note of that name. You're going to hear a lot of it in the next decade or so.
He's almost demanding now that Zidane includes him in the starting 11. He is that good. 21 years of age, getting better and better. And at this moment in time, he deserves to be up amongst the elite. He's not a youngster looking to get minutes and play here and there. He has the quality, the ability to be truly world-class. That's a fantastic strike.
It's a very similar run and a very similar finish, OK, with the other foot, to Cristiano Ronaldo.
And again, he's a bright player. He pulls off, peels off into the space. He knows that Barcelona are committing players into attack to try and get an equaliser. He's an intelligent player. He's got pace, fantastic skill, can finish. He's got the lot. Absolutely fantastic player.
Well, a lot of the Barcelona supporters heading for the gangways. Almost midnight when Asensio struck. People have asked why Real Madrid haven't bought a Galactico. That's because they have one in their midst in Marco Asensio. He was the star of the under-21s in the summer. He and Danny Ceballos. He's written his name in the history books here. This is Marcelo. Lazy cross from Busquets. PK's up there as well. So many talking points in this game. You think about that chance as well for Busquets, that open goal that he didn't score.
There's no doubt that Real Madrid deserved the win. I think they look the far tidier of the teams. Really efficient in front of goal. It's better to come from Barcelona.
Well, I think this is not just bad news for Barcelona, but I think it's bad news for supporters of Dortmund and Liverpool as well, because I think they're going to have to accelerate their plans to reinvest the Neymar money. Barcelona are lacking dimensions beyond Suarez and Lionel Messi tonight. They were short in midfield last year. They can no longer rely on Andres Iniesta. He was withdrawn in the midst of the second half. They need some talent. Ball is played in, big stretch from Sergio Ramos. Gerard Piqué, another one of the big players tonight, the man who started the scoring, an own goal after 49 minutes. Suarez, out by Carvajal. Victory complete on the night for Real Madrid, but it all goes back to Bernabeu on Wednesday. A losing start for Valverde, first Barcelona coach to lose his first official game since Luis Aragonés a couple of decades ago. Lionel Messi on the score sheet, but not a winner tonight. He was outshone by Cristiano Ronaldo's goal, then Ronaldo getting dismissed. In the end, it was Asensio scored a cracking goal as well. Nothing friendly about this game tonight. Defeat and disappointment for Barcelona. Celebration and a spectacular win for Real Madrid. Well, it all started 4 minutes after the break, and Piqué put his foot in it.
Yeah, good work from Isco to supply Marcelo. The overlap, cuts it across the 6-yard box. The defender has to try and do something in that situation. Piqué gets the touch, unfortunately for him, goes into the back of his own net.
Well, 2 brilliant saves from Keylor Navas. He was looking to make it a hat-trick of saves. He thought he had here, but the referee judged as the ball came in that he caught Luis Suarez. Goalkeepers' union will be on the side of the man in grey. Terry and the strikers felt that there was enough of the contact.
As you see, he puts his leg up. Keylor Navas. Suarez is hoping, that's all.
Messi on the spot. Barca back in it into a thrilling final 15 minutes.
Messi makes no mistake from the penalty spot.
Well, Real Madrid were defending, and then a breakaway goal. People have questioned the speed of Cristiano Ronaldo. This was rolling back the years. Beat Piqué in the sprint, and then beat Ter Stegen with a sensational goal.
Well, it's brilliant. He gets there first before Piqué. You know exactly what he wants to do. Cut inside on his right foot. Unleashes an attempt with real power. But most importantly, the accuracy. You see the little give and go there. He gets beyond, gets away from Piqué. Piqué thinks he's done his job, holds him up. But once Ronaldo cuts inside, Ter Stegen given absolutely no chance with a thrilling finish from Ronaldo. Absolutely brilliant.
Well, the problem for Ronaldo is that he took his shirt off in celebration and was booked. Now, the referee had a big decision to make here. There appeared to be a coming together between Umtiti. Ronaldo's momentum taking over, and Ronaldo was yellow carded. And then came the red, and then there's a sly shove from Cristiano Ronaldo. As Terry said, that may have to be taken into consideration this week.
Yeah, personally, I would be given a free kick just outside the box. I think it's clumsy from Umtiti. I certainly don't think it's a dive from Ronaldo. I think he's knocked off balance.
Well, the drama hadn't ended there. 10-man Real Madrid staged a counter-attack. Asensio, same position, took on Gerard Piqué and whizzed one past Ter Stegen to make it 3-1 in the first leg of this Super Cup.
Well, it's the power, again the accuracy from Asensio. Fantastic young player.
In the European Super Cup in midweek. Barcelona hymn ringing around the Camp Nou. There is no such thing as a pre-season friendly anymore, and both managers acknowledging that this is a chance for the first silverware of the season. And Valverde will be desperate to get off to a good start with his new team, replacing Luis Enrique at the back end of May. Doesn't have a lot more to work with than Luis Enrique, but we expect some activity in the transfer market in the next 7 days or so. There's talk of them signing a Brazilian tomorrow. Don't worry, Liverpool fans, it isn't Coutinho. They expect that Paulinho, formerly of Tottenham, will become a Barcelona player. Mobile phones up in the stands, creating a starlight effect. Down in the centre of the field, there are the stars. No longer the MSN. The chosen one tonight is Gerard Deulofeu, who returns to Barcelona after spells, of course, at Sevilla and at Everton, and a short spell at AC Milan. He will replace Neymar in possibly the strongest 11. The other surprise is at right back, where Alex Vidal plays his first game from the start since last February. Sergio Roberto is on the bench. Referee tonight, one of the younger referees in Spain, Senor Tibergos Bengochea. Well, there was a time when Real Madrid were signing the Galacticos. He has made some recruits this summer, but they tend to be players to bolster the squad. It's a very strong starting 11. Ronaldo is rested this evening. Isco will be taking his place alongside Benzema and Gareth Bale. Gareth Bale, of course, didn't start the last 9 games of last season. Returning to familiar surroundings, Ernesto Valverde, once a player in the Cruyff era. He turned Barcelona down a few years ago. You don't turn them down twice. He's in the hot seat, and Zinedine Zidane, who's just signed a new 3-year extension to his stay. He's looking to add yet another trophy to his cabinet. He's won everything else.
It's been an incredible achievement for Zidane so far. 2 Champions Leagues, La Liga title. Absolutely fabulous job. Looking for it to continue, starting from now.
And away we go. They light the fireworks. The 235th Clásico starts the Spanish season. These two clubs have met, of course, in the summer over in Miami. Didn't let anybody down, 5 goals. Messi scored after 3 minutes of that game, Rakitic after 7 minutes. Piqué scored what turned out to be the winning goal in the 50th minute of the match. There is no such thing as a friendly between these two ancient old rivals. Real Madrid haven't had the most sensational pre-season, drawn against Manchester United, beaten by Manchester City, losing against Barcelona, even drew against the MLS All-Stars. But tonight they're hoping to peak. And it's Kovacic who's got the midfield position. He's playing in place of Modric tonight. Modric discovered he was suspended because he was sent off in the last Super Cup he played in 3 years ago. Here's De La Feu, he's offside. It's going to take some getting to know you for the Barcelona front three. Suarez, Messi, and De La Feu, the chosen one. It's tight.
He has gone for a, dare to say it, like-for-like replacement in terms of the style of player. It's happy to play wide on the left. And De La Feu. There's some casual play, didn't we, from Barcelona to stay getting the ball away cheaply. And Kovacic unlucky with the quick thinking. The attempted chip from long range.
Barcelona pinned back. Maurice ter Stegen, the coach may have changed, but the Barcelona style will remain faithful. Trying to play out from the back. He's got them in some trouble here. This is Benzema. Vidal in the way. Corner prevented from ter Stegen. And this was it.
It's intercepted by Isco. Kovacic, quick thinking. It's the right idea, isn't it? Just didn't get enough elevation on the attempted lob over ter Stegen.
I was reminiscent of that moment it was in March 2014 when Victor Valdez gifted the ball to Karim Benzema, and he scored after 23 seconds of the Clásico. Alex Vidal, who looked to be moving out last year, starting tonight ahead of Sergio Roberto and Nelson Semedo, who was one of the few summer signings for Barcelona. And it's Marcelo. He's got competition for his place with Hernandez coming in the summer. That's the beauty for Zidane. He has, well, enough top quality players to name two starting 11s quite frequently last year. Terry, he would make 9 changes, wouldn't he, between Champions League and La Liga?
Yep, and it served him well. The young players, the fringe players in particular, did really well. Maybe a problem or two this season. I think 1 or 2 established players, senior players, have left the club. Madrid have gone again for youth, and bringing the likes of Dani Ceballos and Theo Hernandez in. Also lost Pepe, Danilo, Contrell, James Rodriguez, Alvaro Morata. Zidane placed a lot of trust in the younger players in the squad. I think he's been proved that he's right to do so.
Tony Kroos to Isco, who's grown in stature over the last 6 months. Last year at this point there was talk of him being loaned out to get him some playing time. And now he's arguably in the team ahead of Cristiano Ronaldo, though of course Ronaldo is not fully fit. But Ronaldo will to fight for his place here.
He'll get back in. It's interesting though, looking at Zidane, the way that he plays with Isco in the team at the top of the diamond. Midfield quartet, Casemiro holding tonight's Kroos and Kovacic.
This is Marcelo.
Isco at the top of the diamond, and Gareth Bale playing more central than he has done in the past when it's been the usual 4-3-3 from Real Madrid. And I think it does give Real Madrid a little bit more control in midfield with the extra player in there. I think Zidane will see Gareth Bale as one of the centre forwards with Benzema and Ronaldo.
Titi to Busquets, Iniesta to Rakitic. Now Vidal. Piqué, Busquets, familiar names, familiar style, Lionel Messi. Now Rakitic, a bit of afters there. Noted by Senghor. Sitting Bengochea, got a space for Jordi Alba. Goes on the outside. Alba sliding tackle from Dani Carvajal. Spain's right back on Spain's left back.
Times he's tackled to perfection. And you see the crossfield diagonal pass to Marcelo. Just beyond the defensive line of Barcelona in an offside position there. We see the one from Skills from Isco.
Lionel Messi will take the corner. PK comes through the crowd. Good header away by Ramos. Now Vidal. Suarez.
It's all about ability, isn't it, with Isco? Great awareness, great control. Always on the move, and perfect for that position that Zidane has found him. Just pulling off at the front two.
Marcelo. Carvalho. Kovacic to... Well, seems the omnipresent Isco is everywhere. He's got this roaming role. Just looking at the formation of Real Madrid. They've got two up front, but a back four. And Isco seems to be playing a mirroring role of Messi, just going wherever he wants to. He's got the full freedom.
Yep, and I think that's the right way to play that position. Always find little pockets of space, whether it's dropping deep or going wide. On occasions, being in an advanced position, almost being the centre forward. If Benzema drops deep, he's an intelligent player. Isco.
Casemiro. Toni Kroos. Gareth Bale to Marcelo. Lovely touch from the Brazilian. Sturdy touch from Gerard Piqué. Never the entertainer. Marcelo on this left-hand side. Hasn't had a great deal of competition for his position in recent years, but they spent 23 million on Theo Hernandez from Atletico Madrid in the summer. He's a replacement in the making.
No, it's very early, Rob. I'm just looking to see if there are any differences between Ernesto Valverde and the tactical approach from Luis Enrique. It's fair to say at the moment Real Madrid are enjoying a large share of the possession. For the amount of high pressing from Barcelona so far.
And Iniesta stolen easily by Isco. Gareth Bale behind you was not the cry. And Titi, with the aid of Jordi Alba, wins it back. Busquets. Alex Vidal. Struggling to get out of their own half at the moment. Barcelona. It's a high-pressing game by Zidane's Real Madrid. Now Deulofeu. A little bit tight, but it was Kovacic who won it back. And Karim Benzema, last year at this point, was facing competition for his position from the returning Morata. And you've seen him off.
Competition, didn't he, initially when he joined Real Madrid from Gonzalo Higuain.
It's a great ball over the top. Nice take by Suarez. And he warms the hands of Keylor Navas.
It's a half chance for Luis Suarez, the first sight of goal for Barcelona. He's willing to run in behind. Always does extremely well. And the pressure from a defender has the right amount of touches, the right sort of touches to inevitably end up with an attempt on goal.
Very animated Zidane down on the touchline. It's not so often we see him scream at his players. Messi. Busquets. Jordi Alba. Deulofeu. Casemiro.
You see Valverde cracking the whip as well from the touchline. He will be irritated by the amount of times that his team have given away cheap possession. There we see a fantastic run, fantastic understanding and awareness from Iniesta to find Luis Suarez. As well to get his attempt away.
Lionel Messi's on the case. Defenders swarm around him. It's through the legs of Suarez, and it's the calming influence of Keylor Navas.
So Luis Suarez with two really good touches. Gets the ball under control. A comfortable save for Keylor Navas.
Well, it has been an uncertain summer in Catalonia. Nobody quite believed the story when it came out that Paris Saint-Germain were willing to meet the €222 buyout clause of Neymar. It seemed a sickening amount of money. And the famous Sequeira tweet from Gerard Piqué, but it became a reality. Barcelona have a lot of money in the bank now. And they're chasing Dembele, we're told. Officials in Germany last week. Dembele refusing to play for Dortmund. And as we know, Philippe Coutinho unsettled back on Merseyside. When you look at their best starting 11, Terry, there will be one position up for grabs, really, wouldn't there? Which is the position which is vacated by Neymar. I suppose in time, Iniesta will be making way for somebody in midfield, and maybe that's where Coutinho would fit into the bigger picture.
So it's a fantastic opportunity for De La Feu to return back to Barcelona, be given the chance. Iniesta, hopefully, there's a few more years ahead of him.
Iniesta had his injuries last season, and there's only a couple of times at the end of the campaign that he actually played repeat matches, back-to-back matches with La Liga and Champions League, and of course the Copa del Rey run, and all the way to the final. He won the Spanish Cup. Suarez steps over it, Messi tries to play it into it. Ramos sensibly hoisted into the crowd. Busquets. De La Feu selling Suarez short. It's an ambitious run from the back from the centre half of Varane.
And at the very least, if De La Feu had any chance of staying in the team and being the replacement for Neymar, he has to get the basics right. 2 or 3 occasions already in the game he's been guilty of giving away possession, misplaced passes.
Alba, Titi. Messi feeds the ball to De La Feu, and he was captured again by this razor-sharp offside trap of Real Madrid.
He has the pace to hold his run and to make sure that he's in an onside position.
You'd have to look at the shadows of the two players to regard him as offside. Here is Gareth Bale, and Titi coolly gets himself and Barcelona out of a tight situation.
I'm surprised Gareth Bale wasn't a little bit more aggressive there. Titi, of course, has to be careful with the aggression. And the foul there results in the penalty for Real Madrid. It was well worth Gareth Bale being more aggressive, though.
There's Alex Vidal, bit of a folk hero in these parts. Goes on the outside. Whisked away by Kovacic. Rakitic. Messi. Toni Kroos. Isco. Little nudge from De La Feu, who is having a difficult full debut for Barcelona. He has played 6 times previously for the club, before going on his travels, but none of them were from the start of a match.
Bale making that running behind him, Titi. I think here he can afford to be much more aggressive than the defender who runs the risk of giving away a penalty. And Titi won that tussle.
There's a clash between fellow Frenchmen. You can't say French international colleagues because Benzema is currently, of course, out of the scene. Hasn't started for France since November 2015 because of issues.
Suarez earlier was frustrated, really annoyed with Alex Vidal. He made a really good run towards the byline, but took far too long to get his head up. To be aware of the position of Suarez. By the time he played the ball in, the chance had gone.
Casemiro wanted the free kick. Quite happy the referee gave the advantage. Isco. Benzema making a sweeping run in from the wing. Barcelona defending well, but Rakitic puts them in some trouble here. Toni Kroos. Isco has options. Kroos is with him. Isco with the dancing feet. He went for the deceit.
Isco again with the skill. Busquets feeling the effects of that challenge from Casemiro. It's Vidal, the right back. Previously a right winger when he was at Sevilla. A long spell of his career, and he looked like a right winger there. Not sure of how to adjust his body, how to try and defend against Isco.
It's a positive run. Delafeu. Half-hearted appeal from handball from the players. Noisier from the supporters. Piqué buys himself some ground. Now Busquets. Well, it's 20 past 10 in the evening in Barcelona, but it's still 78 degrees. Warmer down at pitch level. It'll be an energy-sapping evening. This is Busquets. Rakitic. Vidal. Suarez. Now Rakitic. Suarez is offside. That avenue's closed. Barcelona having to play a patient game here. Jordi Alba.
I think Barcelona are struggling to find a rhythm in their game. First genuine competitive match. Real Madrid, of course, played Manchester United in the European Super Cup.
Lionel Messi. Star attraction so far has been Isco. The referee has his first big decision to make of the evening. Messi arrives down there in pain. It was a raw challenge on Lionel Messi.
It's not like Casemiro, is it?
He said ironically.
His first foul was in 15 seconds. This is third one so far. The referee is adjudged. He'll argue he gets some of the ball, but I think he takes more than enough of Lionel Messi initially.
This was the other big decision. It did come off the lower arm of Carvajal, and the referee couldn't have been better placed.
His arm's close to his body, and it does deflect off his own thigh. So certainly not a penalty for me.
Not unsurprisingly, maybe the first caution of the evening to Carlos Casemiro. Kovacic. Isco. Marcelo takes to the wing.
It is often an issue, though, isn't it, for Zidane and Real Madrid?
That's a brilliant ball. It's a clever run as well. Bale tries to play it back to Benzema.
That Casemiro does get booked so frequently. 70 minutes to play in this game. He's the defensive whole midfield player. It's his job to make challenges. Got away with it a number of occasions last season. An important player for Real Madrid.
Isco. Bale draws Piqué, makes the angle for himself. Benzema can't get the touch. Kovacic to Casemiro. Oh, driven by Toni Kroos.
That's a wonderful pass from the German midfielder. Very rare. Casemiro with the challenge on Messi. Messi sees him coming, steps across into the challenge to try and shield the ball. It's fair to say it's just warming up now, isn't it? It's been a classic so far.
Casemiro classes Zinedine Zidane as he's playing idle. That's a great deal to the manager as well, who's shown so much faith in him. Casemiro had a good start under Rafa Benitez, but when it came to the Clásico, Benitez dropped him, and that was the beginning of the end for the former Liverpool manager. Now Zidane has had Casemiro as a constant in the team, brings some ballast to Real Madrid and allows the artisans to go perform. Here's one of the set artisans, Isco. There's a little linking of arms there between Benzema and Vidal. The referee's attention was brought to it by his assistant.
More than a little nudge, wasn't it, from Benzema on Vidal?
Iniesta. Alba to Umtiti. Andres Iniesta. Gerard Deulofeu. Piqué. Rakitic. Vidal. Just over a quarter of the game gone. It's taken Barcelona quite a while to impose themselves on the match. And another raw challenge on Messi, this time from Gareth Bale. If looks could kill.
He's getting involved in the game more now. He always is prepared to take defenders on. He's outnumbered. Trusts his ability. Tight situations, to dribble away from defenders, to change direction quickly. It's a genuine attempt from Bale, isn't it? But advantageous position for Barcelona to take on the attempt, direct to goal. Of course, with Neymar not there, Suarez getting involved in the set piece.
Well, the favourite would always be Lionel Messi, surely. For most players on the planet, you'd say an impossible angle. But it's Messi standing over the ball. He goes for it, he almost gets it. You could see Navas half expecting something like that.
Of course, he was just over the crossbar. Didn't really ever look as if it was going to get down quick enough to beat the Real Madrid goalkeeper.
Kovacic. Dora. Kovacic to Isco. Too much on the pass. Piqué to Vidal. It's a lazy pass from Vidal. Isco's the most prominent player for Real Madrid so far in this game. Piqué does a little pirouette. Appreciation from the Barcelona supporters. Kovacic. Ramos. Toni Kroos. There is Messi. Brilliant ball by Messi. DIRECTO. Suarez. Catches the eyes of the defenders. Rakitic. Iniesta. Nice lay off to Jordi Alba. Alba with a disappointing cross. Barcelona trying to get used to life without Neymar.
Yeah, and it did look that way there, didn't it? It wasn't fluent down the left wing. It was Messi's attempt. If it is on target, Keylor Navas does have it covered.
Titi and PK and Michel trying to split the Real defence. It appeared to be a handball from PK, and if it was deliberate, the referee, will caution him. It's a very soft handball from PK.
He tries to palm it in, doesn't he? And fully deserves the yellow card. You have no complaints there. Don't think he had any, did he? Exactly what was coming.
Marcelo. Isco. Asking a lot of Gareth Bale. Titi casually back to keeper ter Stegen.
Looks very assured now, doesn't he? And TT, big success from last summer's transfer signings that Barcelona made.
They spent 82 million last summer. He's the only player that made an impact. Wonderful athletic defending here by Varane. To Carvajal. Isco. Delafea to Titi. Now Rakitic. Messi. Rakitic showed too much of the ball to Rafael Varane. The pace is quickening as the players go through the gears here. Here's Marcelo. Oh, it gets the space on Vidal. Oh, it was a necessary header. And don't forget the second leg of this Spanish Supercopa is on Wednesday night. That is right, it is 10 o'clock kickoff UK time on Wednesday on the Sky Sports Football channel. It allows the capital to cool down. It's around 40 degrees in Madrid at the moment. Casemiro looking for the element of surprise, but no catching out. Marc-Andre ter Stegen.
Again, there was another really good chance for Real Madrid with the cross from the left wing. Jordi Alba with a defensive header against Gareth Bale, who's in the far post.
Rakitic. Iniesta in his own time. Alba. Now Messi. Varane uses it back to Keylor Navas. Marcelo, brilliant by the Brazilian. PK. As the foul after the ball had gone. As Zidane was assisting the referee in making his decision.
It's a position that Marcelo shouldn't be allowed to get away from. He turns Vidal there. Knock at the bottom of his back.
No goals, 6 fouls apiece. A yellow card per team as well in the opening half an hour of this game. Bale. Marcelo. Kroos. Benzema. Kroos. And Titi waits for his goalkeeper. He has great ability with his feet. There is Suarez. But Varane is the beating of him when it comes to pace. Ramos. Lionel Messi. I know of his records, but it's a long time since he scored against Real Madrid at the Camp Nou in a Clásico. Lionel Messi hasn't scored here against Real in 5 games.
It's fair to say that neither team have hit full stride yet. Looking for a bit of magic. Goal from nowhere. It's going to be Messi for Barcelona, and it's going to be Isco for Real Madrid, who look the prime candidates to come up with something a little bit different, a little bit special.
De La Feu hasn't yet blended with Messi and Suarez. Iniesta. Jordi Alba. Tight. Messi's there. Brave, decisive save from Navas.
It's better from Barcelona, isn't it? Opening up that space. It's a wonderful pass from Iniesta. There's Jordi Alba, without breaking stride, run onto it. Try and cut it back first time to Lionel Messi.
There's Suarez. Refuses to give up the chase. Casemiro. It's his job, the enforcer. There's Barca's enforcer, Busquets. Vidal. Casemiro.
I admire the way that Suarez knows that Varane is quicker. It would be easy for Suarez just to drop deep, get the ball to feet, make no attempt to run in behind, but his movement is so good, so intelligent, good understanding with his midfield players. It's important for him and Barcelona if they can stretch Varane and Ramos, make them run back towards their own goal. Opens up the space for the likes of Iniesta and Rakitic and the attacking fullbacks.
Oh, the pendulum of possession swinging the way at the moment of Barcelona. Piqué. Rakitic through the legs of Marcelo. Jordi Alba. Times last season when he was out of favour with Luis Enrique. And as Iniesta cleverly plays it to Suarez. But they don't outwit Ramos. Casemiro. Barca's whole defence creeps up to the halfway line. Now they have to backtrack a little. This is Benzema. Well, it's enthralling for the football purists. It's a defensive masterclass from both teams so far. Suarez, Rakitic, Suarez. Oh, little confusion in the Real Madrid defences. Barcelona are livening things up now.
Play from Luis Suarez. He's looking to get involved in the build-up. End-to-end stuff. Very little play in midfield now. Both teams look absolutely shattered. 35 minutes in. Both teams desperate to win this cup. 2 big games before the season starts. Probably 2 that they probably could have done without in terms of preparation for their league campaign. They both want to win. I think they're both way short of where they expect them to be once the season gets up and going.
Iniesta hits and hopes, not his style really. Easy for Ramos to head away. This is Benzema. As always, Karim Benzema is full of running. Very rarely goes the full 90 minutes. This is the Suarez into play, and it was Carvajal who came across and bailed out the rest of the defence. Isco sparkled in the opening 20 minutes or so of the game. They blotted him out as Barca have slowly started to take control. Kovacic to Carvajal. Bale. Kroos. Marcelo. Isco. Vidal stands off him, gives Isco space. Oh, it's a great save from Ter Stegen. Pure reflex after Gareth Bale whisked it in.
It's a snapshot from Gareth Bale. And then Isco causing all sorts of problems. Now backing into his own penalty area, not giving too much help from any of his teammates in terms of defending one against Isco.
Heads up, and Titi climbs highest. Gerard Deulofeu leads the counter-attack. Deulofeu to Jordi Alba. Full steam ahead. Carvajal only half stops him. Puts it into the danger area. And tidying things up is Kovacic. It's been a mature performance from Kovacic in the role tonight of Modric. And he continues the run as well. He stops something, can he start something? Gareth Bale beaten in the race by Gerard Piqué. Here's Ter Stegen. Marcelo.
Just a few moments ago I said it was end-to-end stuff. Very little playing midfield. A good example of that. Kovacic chasing all the way back, and Jordi Alba was trying to take on Carvajal. He did so well that he was radiant up the pitch again. You see the snapshot from Gareth Bale, cut back from Isco. Good reflexes from Ter Stegen. Technique-wise as well from the goalkeeper to push it over the crossbar. Good attempt from Gareth Bale.
Messi. Iniesta. Busquets.
No hint in the tactical approach from Real Madrid that this is a two-legged affair, is it? For the away team, they haven't come with the idea, the intention to keep a clean sheet, to shut up shop. It's just been a straightforward game of football, isn't it? With both teams looking to win, looking to score goals.
Messi gets around Casemiro. The referee has to pick something out of that. The ball was in the middle of it somewhere. And was it paid back by Messi on Carlos Casemiro?
He picks up the booking here. Is it Messi for the foul? Is it Busquets for the descent? The referee gets involved in the play. Deflects off the referee. Busquets with a crunching challenge on Casemiro. That's payback from Busquets. I have no doubt about that whatsoever.
And we're told it was Lionel Messi who received the booking. Could well have been Busquets as well, as Terry said. His challenge is maybe more dangerous than Messi, but the referee probably saw it as an act of dissent. And Busquets takes it as part of the game that he's caught heavily by Gareth Bale.
So Piqué holding off Gareth Bale, back heel. We've got a double drag back and a back heel now from Gerard Piqué in his own penalty area. Goalkeeping from Ter Stegen to keep out Gareth Bale.
Yeah, booking for Bale as well. There was a time when we had the 5 costliest players ever participating in the Clásico. And of course Gareth Bale is at number 3 in that particular chart. A bit of afters there. And it's Carvajal who's the latest to go in the referee's little black book.
The players are getting even more tired. The tackles and the challenges are even later. Again, Carvajal shouldn't have any complaints. He's pointing to the ball. It wasn't him that got anywhere near the ball, was it? Pointing in the direction that the ball went. He catches Iniesta.
Iniesta had injury problems last year. It was a cruciate injury picked up against Valencia. And after January, didn't start back-to-back games until right at the very end of the season.
He didn't have much of a pre-season because of the European Championships. Picked up that injury, serious injury, early on in the season for an aggressive challenge from an opponent. And kind of nursed him through the rest of the season.
Messi, easy for Ramos. Well, he scored the dramatic equaliser against Barcelona last year. Ramos in the 90th minute. Busquets, Vidal, now Piqué. Rakitic. Iniesta. Alba. Without his usual playmate, Neymar. Vidal. Rakitic. Standing his ground is Ramos out again. As we mentioned, Barcelona dominating possession of the ball. I mean, part of the plan of Zidane. He is at times content for his players to sit back and utilise the breakneck speed on the counter-attack. Something he brought from his time in Italian football with Juventus. The onus is, of course, on Barcelona to entertain the home supporters. Titi, little layout from Delafeu, Iniesta. Lightning football this from Barcelona, but there's no strike at the end of it. Isco. Carvajal. There's Gareth Bale. Teases it to Toni Kroos. To the final minute of the first half. Marcelo. He's given his wings by Vidal. This is Casemiro. Carvajal looking for Bale at the far post, and Bale came clambering in.
There's a grimace again from Gareth Bale. He should be favourite again at the far post. He gets slightly underneath the cross, doesn't he? His header goalwards from that range if it's on target. Fancy the chances of beating Ter Stegen.
All right, on cue, the referee draws the first half to a close, pretty much as we expected. Two teams showing a bit of tiredness in the opening showcase game of the season. Barcelona edging the possession, but Real Madrid starting the game very sharply. And I'm sure in the second half we're going to see Cristiano Ronaldo at half-time at the Camp Nou. It is Barcelona 0, Real Madrid 0. So half-time in the Spanish Super Cup of first leg. Barcelona, as we mentioned, edging the possession 60-40, but both teams with a couple of chances at goal. 6 chances during the course of the game, and we've had 5 bookings as well. There's almost a goal in the opening minute with a little bit of short-sightedness by the keeper, Ter Stegen, almost gifting an early goal for Kovacic.
It's complacent from Ter Stegen. Kovacic, the right idea. Just getting that. Didn't get enough elevation on the chip, the lob.
And no, Neymar means a little more space for Luis Suarez to operate in, and he's had the better of the chances for Barca.
Yep, and he's always willing to make that run. This great movement in behind, curves his run, bends his run, so he's in on onside position. Again, a comfortable save for Keylor Navas.
Well, early in the game, Barcelona could be accused of being slow of thought. It was Isco who was catching the eye. He's been the play marker with Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench. Couldn't get his shot on target after leading Vidal, and there he downs.
He's become such an influential player for Real Madrid, and in the first half, the bright spark for Real Madrid, especially when he gets the opportunity to take on Vidal.
Well, taking the place of Neymar has been Gerard Deulofeu, who swears he should have won a penalty. It was a point-blank block from Carvajal.
Yep, Carvajal's arm is near his body and it rolls up his leg onto his arm. Not penalty for me, and Messi attempt from the set piece. Curling it over the crossbar, sufficient power, but I think Keylor Navas does have it covered if it's on target.
Well, it has been a first half of its ifs, buts and maybes. Most of the clever play has been from Isco, and that was the best save of the game from Ter Stegen. Reflex stuff to keep out Gareth Bale.
Again, it's Isco taking on Alex Vidal. Gareth Bale with the snapshot. Good technical goalkeeping from Ter Stegen to palm it away over the crossbar. Good strong hands.
This is the other chance to Bale, who came in at the far post, and maybe a fitter Gareth Bale or Cristiano Ronaldo may have scored there.
Yep, sharp Gareth Bale, just timing just out.
Well, food for thought for the managers at half-time. OK, diary at the ready. This is the Spanish football coming up for you here on Sky Sports on the Football Channel on Wednesday night. The second leg of the Spanish Supercopa all begins at 5 to 10. Real Madrid against Barcelona. Next week, La Liga begins on Friday night on the red button on the Sky Sports Football Channel on Friday. Begins with Leganes against Alaves and then Valencia against Las Palmas. On Saturday, Celta against Real Sociedad will be on the red button on the Sky Sports Football Channel. And then on the front of the channel will be Girona, new to La Liga, against Atletico Madrid. A 7:15 kickoff for that one. And your late Saturday game, same channel of course these days, 9:10 start is Sevilla against Espanyol. On Sunday, tea time football is Athletic Bilbao against Getafe. That's followed by Barcelona against Real Betis. The late game on Sunday night is Deportivo La Coruña against Real Madrid. And then a double-header on Monday on the Sky Sports Football Channel. First of all, it's Levante against Villarreal. And then on the red button, Malaga against Eibar. I can tell you Terry Gibson will be watching all of those. We haven't had a goal in the first half so far at the Camp Nou. This was the closest we've come. The Lionel Messi free kick causing concern for Keylor Navas. And for Real Madrid, I'm sure at some point we're going to see Cristiano Ronaldo. No better place to get fitness than down on the field of play. Isco and Bale have been their star performers so far. Isco, the creator, Gareth Bale, has had a number of chances. Brilliant save from Andrei Ter Stegen. We have an official attendance at half-time of 89,514 at the Camp Nou. Maybe you can get in touch with us on Twitter at Revista de la Liga. Put your questions in for Terry and John tomorrow on the podcast, and you can keep up to date with everything that's happening on the website skysports.com. Revista. What a great deal for Terry and John to talk about on our La Liga podcast tomorrow, but there may yet be signings. As we mentioned, there's a Brazilian who used to play in the Premier League who is likely to sign for Barcelona tomorrow. Rest easy, Liverpool fans, if you just tuned in. It's Paulinho. As a former Spurs man, what do you make of that one, Terry?
I think we have to make our own mind up. If it happens, it looks like it's increasingly likely to happen. See what he brings to Barcelona. Another number in the midfield in terms of their squad numbers. A few players, I think, that will be departing Barcelona in the next week or so as well. It's one of those times for Barcelona where they're making their mind up about certain players. Players probably have already made their mind up who they would like to depart. We're going to see a lot of action, transfer activity from Barcelona in the next 10 days.
Well, that is the thing.
220 million pound euros burning a hole in their pocket, and everybody knows it, and that's the problem.
There are some players on the fringes, the likes of Meunier, who last season was out at Valencia, Arda Turan, who doesn't appear to be part of the plans anymore. Maybe even Andre Gomez, who wasn't a hit after his signing last year, but is a regular for Portugal. He may capture the eye. Of course, for Real Madrid, should I say, we expect that the signings are complete. But Zinedine Zidane did toy with the media yesterday in saying you have to wait until the final week of August to find out what happens. There are still those that have the conspiracy theory that David De Gea will be signed from Manchester United. There's been no weakness, though, in the performance tonight of Keylor Navas, the Real Madrid keeper. No signs of change at half-time. It is a stronger bench for Real Madrid with the likes of Cristiano Ronaldo, Dani Ceballos, Asensio, who started the Champions League final last season. And you do look for where the power may come from with Barcelona. Their attacking players, Alcacer, Suarez, I suppose Sergio Roberto as well. They bring energy to the team, but not too many of them are the kind of players who can come on and do damage. And they do need additions to their creative department. Starts on Sunday, recommences. Back in the day, the players used to go through all sorts of fitness ordeals, but the modern way is to find match fitness by playing top-class exhibition games around the world. And this is the first of the trophy competitions. In Spain, there's Isco. He was offside.
I'm pretty sure both managers will be looking to freshen things up in the second half, to be mindful that they don't overplay players at this stage of the preparations for the season. Isco just caught offside there. It's interesting that Valverde has chosen to go with Alex Vidal after Barcelona paid 40 million euros to bring in Nelson Semedo from Benfica.
Well, we can hear the whistles around the camp now. I believe that is because Cristiano Ronaldo has just risen to his feet down on the bench. Varane comes across to take care of Deulofeu, who started the second half in the central position with Suarez out on the left wing as Valverde just tries to loosen things up a little bit. Rakitic. Deulofeu. There he is, the pantomime villain. Will he come on in a puff of green smoke, I wonder, at some point. Suarez dropping a little bit deep and trying to draw the defenders out of their shell. Andres Iniesta. Now Lionel Messi holds off one, holds off two. Still got past Casemiro and pleads with the referee.
Well, it's not an angry Lionel Messi inquiring quizzically to the referee. Just outnumbered, isn't he, Varane with a decisive challenge. Ramos, Carvajal. I think they know by now that he is the danger player. Surrounded him whenever he gets the opportunity to get turned on the ball, face the goal, look to take the defence on.
That may be an incident which in a couple of years' time would go to the video assistant referee up in the grandstand. So take a long lingering look at that again. Of course, on the Barcelona team, they've got Deulofeu, whose goal in that experimental game counted, thanks to the assistant video referee, the VAR. Isco and Zamtiti. Marcelo. Ramos. Benzema. Very well marked by Jordi Alba. Nice step over from Carvajal. Forces off Deulofeu. It's a big ask of Deulofeu as well, because a lot of Evertonians telling me in his days at Goodison Park he was never really a 90-minute man. The number of times he was withdrawn towards the end of the match. He's having to put a shift in down this left-hand side. Tony Kroos with the corner. Keeps it well away from the keeper, but not Piqué. Busquets. Sharpest mind down there is Isco. Now Marcelo. Oh. Piqué! Never out of the headlines in a Clásico, but it's a negative headline for Gerard Piqué. Something he never wanted to do, and that is score for Real Madrid.
It was good decisive attacking play from Real Madrid. Both teams have had success with getting players into positions around the byline. Of course, no surprise to see Marcelo getting into that position. Nice pass from Isco. Just times the pass well. Isco takes it, the touch, and places it into the path of Marcelo. He knows if he hits it across in that position in the 6-yard box with a bit of power, it's going to cause the defenders all sorts of problems, and that's exactly what happens. To their pleasure. Real sees his side. Real Madrid go 1-0 ahead. The first leg away from home. Always difficult for a defender there, isn't it? To try and get there, to try and stop the cross. Get something on it. Gerard Piqué flies into the back of his own net.
Well, it causes pain to every Barcelona supporter watching, but nothing compared to the pain of Gerard Piqué, who has the club crest tattooed to his heart. Now Deulofeu. Darting run from Jordi Alba. Deulofeu can't find him. Iniesta. Bit of an ask for Alex Vidal. Messi. Hasn't been a good few weeks, has it, for Gerard Piqué, with that mistimed tweet about Neymar not leaving the club. Now he's mistimed interception. Iniesta to Messi. Deulofeu. Poor old Gerard Deulofeu has an impossible position to fill. Those are the words of Zinedine Zidane, who said that Neymar was irreplaceable. Away goes Benzema. Bale points to where he'd like it. He's ahead of the action. It comes off Piqué again. Heart-in-mouth moment for Gerard Piqué.
Yeah, an attack there again. You feel Real Madrid possibly could have done better. Obviously, Isco with a provider of the pass to Marcelo. Good first touch. Gets it out of his feet. Drives it across goal. And deflection off of Gerard Piqué. Messi. You saw the earlier challenge, and he gets away from him. Half-hearted appeal for a penalty from Messi.
Piqué. Normally the Rock looking a little porous at the moment. Brilliant from Suarez. And Deulofeu keep up with him on this left-hand side. Suarez to Messi. May have been a foul. The referee tries to give the advantage to Barcelona. Backfires on Senor Bengochea. Marcelo. Not convinced that Marcelo was offside. This go got out of the way then. Not a good moment for the referee. There's Rakitic. Now Messi. Caresses the ball to Rakitic. flying down the right-hand side is Vidal. Carvajal steps over it. Chance for Deulofeu. Oh, and it was 1 footstep away from Lionel Messi.
A good reaction from Barcelona to going a goal behind. Stop the pace in terms of tempo in attack. Vidal with the first cross initially to try and find Messi. Deulofeu again.
Well, that's the moment he dreamed about all of his life, Gerard Deulofeu, the Barcelona supporter who's made the first team in his first Clásico, a chance to score.
He's looking to pass it across the box, isn't it? Across the 6-yard box to Lionel Messi. Any attempt on goal with the power, with the curl, the right-footed player coming in from the left. Be more dangerous. It looks like he tries to pick out Lionel Messi. He couldn't get the touch.
Kovacic. Ramos.
We haven't seen Deulofeu take on Dani Carvajal in particular, and he's had numerous opportunities to do exactly that. He looks nervous and apprehensive. It's a massive chance for him, massive opportunity. That's what he's good at. He's got that pace. He can drive and get at defenders, get the other side of the fullback. He's been reluctant to do that tonight.
Marcelo. So much space. Bends him up. Draws PK, puts it across. Carvajal! How did that not go in? A remarkable clearance. As Barcelona was so stretched. All the people leading the charge, it was Dani Carvajal. Barcelona looking shaky. You can sense the discontent around their home ground. Deulofeu. Toni Kroos. PK. Now Rakitic. Vidal on the outside. Rakitic tries to find Suarez. The referee judges a free kick for Barca.
So open the game though, isn't it? Real Madrid looking to try and finish the tie-off, going all out to try and get the second goal. They're going to get more opportunities. This was a really good opportunity. Does Benzema waste the opportunity though by, again, not getting his head up and picking out a teammate? Eventually he finds the route to Carvajal.
It was quite a remarkable clearance from Jordi Alba, who's left the 2 players to babysit.
It's a brilliant clearance because he's trying to occupy the centre of the goal. And once he goes past him, he reacts, turns, gets across. And it's a fantastic block to deny Carvajal. A little cutback from Isco was the best opportunity for Real Madrid though.
Is it Messi time? No, it's not. The wall is well built. Expensively built, but well built. Now Isco. Well, he is loving every minute of this Clásico, Isco.
And in fairness to the Barcelona supporters, as they're enjoying his performance, there's been 2 or 3 pieces of action which has had the crowd off their feet for a Real Madrid player.
I think he's still got his pet dog, Isco. And the name of the dog is Messi. He named it before he left Malaga. There's a touch of the Messi's about him tonight. Oh, look at that circus football from Marcelo. The referee not buying the foul. This is Busquets. PK. Deulofeu. Referee trying to let things flow, but he felt that Carvajal had been holding down Gerard Deulofeu. I don't need to say anything, do I? You can hear who's coming on. And Barcelona making their change as well. It's Karim Benzema. He's frequently taken out of the firing line. He's going to rest his legs, and Ronaldo will go into the centre forwards position. A warm welcome for Cristiano Ronaldo. Or is that fiery?
That's music to his ears. Yep.
Barcelona do have one vacant position in the starting 11. Last year they experimented with a number of players. Deulofeu was replaced by Denis Suarez. A former Manchester City man replacing a former Everton man.
Yep, and unfortunately for Deulofeu, didn't really make an impact in the game. I was going to say he didn't grab his opportunity.
Whisked away. Suarez! A necessary touch from Keylor Navas.
It's unrealistic, isn't it, to expect Deulofeu to be the replacement for Neymar. Suarez doing his best there to get the equaliser. It's Denis Suarez with the latest player to get a chance.
Iniesta. Denis Suarez. Casemiro.
See the delivery to the far post. Carvajal complaining he's pushed by Luis Suarez. I just think it's a aggressive play by the Barcelona striker.
Gareth Bale. Flies it in. Oh, it was Isco who came through the centre. Casemiro to Kovacic. Niggling little foul from Andres Iniesta. Varane. Carvajal. Marcelo on that far side, screaming that he wants the ball. Great ball. Ronaldo was quicker out of the blocks than beleaguered-looking Piqué. Here's Carvajal. And it's the rear of Cristiano Ronaldo who gets in the way of things.
He's been given a little bit longer than the 20 minutes he had against Manchester United. That was the plan from Zidane. 30 minutes tonight for Ronaldo. Always in an offside position there. And again, looking to get behind the defence immediately. Benzema coming off, Ronaldo going up front. The Gareth Bale's been asked to play slightly wider. Let's drop into the right side of midfield position. This go on the left. A little sign that Real Madrid looking to tighten things up, just with the one-goal lead away from home.
Toni Kroos. Ronaldo, fear in the hearts of Barcelona. Emergency action taken by Gerard Piqué. Well, he finished last season explosively, Cristiano Ronaldo, with 16 goals in his last 10 matches. The star of the Champions League final. Turns 33 next winter. His powers are not exactly waning as he reinvents himself. Piqué. Denis Suarez. Now Vidal. Weaves inside. And Suarez was offside, despite the complaints from the home supporters. It was a teasingly late flag by the assistant on the far side.
I think his left leg just strays into that offside position, doesn't it?
That's the downside of wearing luminous yellow boots, isn't it?
Close one, very close. Fantastic movement Luis Suarez.
Apparently Neymar scored tonight for Paris Saint-Germain. He's history. This is Denis Suarez. Messi. Now Iniesta. Messi. Rakitic. Inside Marcelo. Good run by Vidal. The recovery from Marcelo.
It's really good recovery. Helps him. He was quick as Marcelo as well. Suarez with the attempt at goal. Tipped over by Keylor Navas. Ball in behind the fullback. There's a problem for opponents against Barcelona. But Marcelo did really well to block the attempted cross.
Vidal's header. Real Madrid's task is to keep Barcelona quiet. This is Suarez. Oh, for almost replicating